and welcome back to the channel. My name is Joy, and guys, we actually have the text messages that reveal exactly what was happening on the day of the Trump shooting. I think it's frustrating for all of us because why is it taking so long for this to happen? But it is what it is. And guys, if you like content like this and you're new, make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, guys, do this along with me. Sound off in the comments or the chat. Tell me, what do you think about this? Are you seeing stuff that I'm not? Because you guys always give such good insight. And leave a like, everything helps. Also, guys, I'm actually live streaming this. I'm trying this for the first time, so there may be some hiccups, and I got a new mic, so I'm very excited. Just kind of like some house rules. Not even house rules, just kind of like telling you what's going on with my setup. So we shall see. I hope this goes okay. And if you are in the chat, I will wait to be able to respond to everybody, but I will respond to you if you say something. So, okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and we will dive in. So let me just go ahead and get this up. Perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure everything works. I'm so excited because I've not done this before. So here we go. This is what it says. It says, Trump assassination attempt. Text reveal officers were aware of Thomas Crooks 90 minutes before the shooting, which you guys remember, this is exactly what we've heard and this is what we know, but now we're actually having the text messages come out kind of explaining what happened, because as you guys know, we've just had so many different stories still of exactly what happened and what was the process, and none of this makes sense. And hold on one second, guys. I just wanted to check to make sure I'm doing all of this correctly on my phone. Okay, I am. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, is this working? You guys know I'm not super tech proficient at all. So I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So, okay. Let's go ahead and let's dive in. Like, how many days? Hasn't it been like 2 weeks? Hasn't it been like 2 weeks since he was shot and we're still just finding out this info? It doesn't make sense. Like, why wasn't this released before? So, okay. It says 90. Oh, the Jordan. Yes, 90 minutes though. I agree. It's so stupid. So stupid. And hi, Jordan. Nice to see you. Okay, so here we go. Text messages revealed that law enforcement responsible for monitoring former President Trump's Pennsylvania rally spotted his would-be assassin and flagged him to colleagues as suspicious at least 90 minutes before he opened fire. And guys, make sure and tune in. I'm going to do a big live stream tonight, most likely, because we actually have the police who did interviews, and they are speaking up and they are spilling tea, and they've got receipts on the fact that the Secret Service refused to respond to them. Which is what I've been waiting for, because we know the Secret Service has been doing nothing but blaming the police, even though they wouldn't communicate, because make it make sense. So then it says, the messages obtained by Fox News Digital from Senator Chuck Grassley in Iowa, who obtained them from Beaver County Emergency Services Unit, showed that officers flagged 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks after he was spotted using a rangefinder but did not approach him. Because, you know, when somebody's using the rangefinder that is specific for a gun, aiming it at the former president, that's no reason for concern, is it? Like, exactly, Jordan. Wow. Yes, I agree. The first screenshot is a group chat of Beaver ESU officers, while the second is from one Beaver County sniper departing his shift at around 4:30, approximately an hour and a half before Trump took the stage. The New York Times first reported the text screenshots. So let's go, and you can see it here from July 13th. Someone followed our lead and snuck in and parked by our cars, just so you know. I'm just letting you know because you see me go out with my rifle and put it in my car. So he knows you guys are up there sitting to direct right on a picnic table about 50 yards from the exit. What is this? In a group chat around 4:36 p.m., when one of the officers texted that his shift was ending, he warned that a man, later identified as Crooks, had parked nearby in their vehicle. Someone followed our lead and snuck in and parked by our cars. So he was parked by their cars. He was parked by their cars. Just craziness. So then, July 13th, it says, kid, learning around building we are in. AGR, I believe it is. I did see him with a rangefinder looking towards stage. FYI, if you want to notify Secret Service sniper to look out, I lost sight of him. So we are now, again, remember I called this, guys. I said the Secret Service, first it was a slopey roof, right? Then it was, oh, no, we were on top of the building. No, we weren't on top of the building. It was a slopey roof. And then it was, no, don't worry, guys. We were inside that building. Then it was, no, we weren't inside the building. It was one next to it. And then it was, well, nobody was there. Then they said the police were supposed to do it. Then we heard there was somebody there, but it was too hot, so they left. So we've heard so many different stories. So many different stories. Thank you, Jordan. Yes. Park there. Yes. Exactly. I feel like the more we hear about this, the worse it gets. It just gets so much worse. And now we find out he was actually parked next to their cars and we did nothing. So what's been happening is the Secret Service have been blaming the police and saying the police were supposed to man the building. No, Secret Service, this is your job. And the police said, no, we told them we didn't have the resources. And the police have said repeatedly, we told the Secret Service, they ignored us. We gave them all of this. And I told you guys, I said, police are going to get mad. And as they can, they're going to start speaking up and they're going to start spilling and showing receipts. These are the receipts and we're going to get more. Also, you might think, well, where's the audio and video? Aren't there body cams? Apparently, those are encrypted overseas, says Secret Service. And they said, oh, we lost it. We lost it. My question is, did they accidentally lose it? Or was it lost intentionally? Or are they so mismanaged that they never actually had it set up to record to begin with? Like, which level and which one is worse? Which is worse? So then it says, a follow-up message said that Crooks was about 50 yards from the rally exit sitting at a picnic table. Again, follow-up message. He's 50 yards from the rally exit. He's just sitting at a picnic table. So they lost sight of him, but they know where he is and nobody's doing anything. 2 other counter snipers responded with a thumbs up emoji and responded writing Roger that. Okay, so I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that would mean the Secret Service said, okay, we know, we got it. So the cops did their job. The cops, thank God, and good on them, as I've been calling it, passed the information on, guys. Secret Service, okay, we know, we are aware, and did nothing. How is this now the cops' fault? The cops, remember Secret Service? Oh, the cops didn't communicate. Does it make sense? Okay, Jordan says, wow, too hot. Yes. And then next, they gonna say it's too cold. Pretty much, like we get every response as to what's actually happening with this. Then excuse after excuse not to protect Trump and pointing the thing 1,000%. And the more that comes out, the more it just gets worse. It's just crazy. So it says, as we said, a follow-up message said that Crooks was about 50 yards from the rally's exit sitting at a picnic table. 2 other counter snipers responded with a thumbs up emoji and Roger that. Approximately 45 minutes later at 5:10 p.m., officers flagged that Crooks was on the move and had positioned himself near the American Glass International, so that AGR building. Crooks would later perch himself on top of the AGR building to target former President Trump. And look, you can see it here. Let me see if I can get to it. It says, kid leaning around, there's the picture. So there's the photos right there. Kid leaning around the building we are in, AGR, I believe it is. So look at this. And then it says, call it into command and have a uniform check it out. So they have a photo of him just sitting there doing all of this. Roger that. They knew. They knew the whole time. So my question continues to be, was what happened with the Secret Service, because I think the police did their job. I think the police did most everything right, maybe within reason, but they did what they were supposed to do. Was this negligence? When it comes to the Secret Service, is this just they're all inept and they were horrible at their job? Or are they trained to be horrible at their job so something like this can happen? Does it come from the top down? Were they wanting a situation to be able to occur? Does that make sense? Because I'm of the mindset, either you're one way or the other. And as I've said on this channel several times, I think there's a lot of gray area. There's so much gray area. I think it might be a combination of both, unfortunately. So it says, well, this, it's just funny. It's kind of a diss. Like they're dissing him after he's dead. I mean, do it. You know, he did horrible things. I don't want to, even if he did horrible things, I'm not going to bully somebody, but it just made me laugh. It says the picture showed Crooks leaning against the AGR building with his signature greasy shoulder-length hair and gray t-shirt. A little greasy. Kid leading around the building we are in. Officer wrote in the text message along with the image of Crooks. AGR, I believe it is. I did see him with the rangefinder looking towards the stage. FYI, if you want to notify a Secret Service sniper to look out, I lost sight of him. A follow-up message said, as we just saw, called into command, have a uniform, check it out. It says the newly surfaced texts show the authorities knew about the suspicious person, later identified as Crooks, close to 90 minutes before the shooting, updating the previous known time of about 60 minutes. And we had heard 90 minutes. So remember, guys, the reports that we have, but more information is coming out, he was on the grounds for like 3 hours. He was out there doing all this for 3. He even parked next to their vehicles. Like, how much worse can it get? They had a beat on him. Secret Service, we got that message and did nothing. Why would Secret Service not take it as this is another thing. Why would Secret Service not take it as the ultimate threat that he has a rangefinder and he's pointing it towards the stage? If he has a rangefinder pointing it towards the stage, why did they not stop everything and remove Trump? Trump would have never been, it's not like he would have been mad about that. Incompetence or intentional incompetence? I still wonder. So it says, by 6:11 p.m., approximately 1 hour after the last text message was sent, the kid would have his life ended by a counter sniper after he opened fire on the rally goers. Trump was grazed by a bullet on his ear, while 3 rally goers were also shot, including Corey Comparator, 50, who was killed protecting his family from danger. And it says David Dutch and James Copenhaver were injured after being shot at the rally. Copenhaver, thank God, was recently released from the hospital on Friday, and Dutch was discharged from the hospital on Wednesday, July 24th. Fox News Digital has reached out to Secret Service for comment. So let me go ahead and let me read these. So Jordan, thank you so much for being with me. It says, they are not caring at this point. He says, yep, excuse after excuse not to protect Trump. Well, I don't know if I can say the word, I'll be shocked, I guess I'll say. They are not caring at this point, Secret Service, that is. No, you're absolutely right, Jordan. You're absolutely right. And this is, again, so infuriating because like with the Secret Service, what we've heard is when people had said, we had heard this type of thing, let me change. Okay, there we go. So we had heard this before, right? We had heard people say up to 90 minutes and the Secret Service has been denying. I think what's happened is they realized pretty quickly how big this F-up was. And I think that what they were going to do, and we've been watching this happen, I've been talking about this, what they'll do with stuff like this, immediate denial, and then they will give different excuses, information, as we saw, and as the public has continued, as commentators and all of us have spoken up, can continued to call out what's going on, then they keep denying or they keep making excuses. But what happens is over time, as they think everything's calming down, they will trickle out the truth here and there. And this is exactly what they do, and this is why we have to keep the heat and the pressure on them. They knew a timeline. Remember, Kim Cheadle, the head of Secret Service. Kim Cheadle came in to those hearings. Remember, she had to be subpoenaed. She was too busy to show up. So Kim Cheadle goes to these hearings and they said, what's the timeline? That's under investigation. They knew. She didn't want to say because it would make him look bad. And we were trying to wait as long as possible. She was trying to get all of this to calm down. The problem is we were dissecting too many lies. He was parked next to the police's vehicles. He was sitting at a picnic table next to the exit. They could have easily thrown him out. Police did their job. And remember, guys, when it comes to this, because you couldn't get mad at the police are taking the command of the Secret Service. The Secret Service are up here. They are the top dogs. Think of them as the managers of the situation. Police are supposed to report to and kind of kowtow to them. They did their job. They reported everything. And the Secret Service, and here's the thing, they could say it was a breakdown in communication, which we've been hearing. Is it? Because the Secret Service confirmed they got the info. So why did they do nothing? You can't blame police. And I'm tired of the police. Here's the thing. It's like the police get blamed for everything. And look, I think reform needs to happen in every department in our country, including the police. Now, to do that, if you defund the police, you don't give them any resources to do reform. I think they need better training. I think they need help for PTSD. I think they need training for calming situations down. So I'm not going to sit here and say the police are perfect, but I'm also really tired of the police getting blamed for everything. And if the police aren't perfect, we need to give them more resources to make it better. That's why I think it's so funny. Defund the police. How is that going to help anything? Like common sense, logic, right? But the police get blamed for everything. And here the Secret Service is, they are the ones in charge. They are in control. And the Secret Service did nothing. They knew. So when they try to say this is a breakdown in communication, it's not. It's not at all. So again, I'm going to circle back. The question is negligence because it's the Secret Service is just a horrible department that needs overhauling, or intentional negligence. That's what I wonder. I think Kim Cheadle was horrible at her job, which she was if this is what happened, but also we know Biden hired her. Is she pro-Biden where she didn't really care if something happens to Trump? We'll be lax with Trump. Remember, they brought off Trump's normal detail to make sure that Jill Biden and Joe Biden were protected and gave him 5'2" women who didn't know what was happening, the Fumbalinas. And you know what? I'm not trying to knock them, especially knowing that guarding Trump was not their normal detail, but they were hiding behind him and they can't physically guard him. Don't know what to do with a holster. So guys, I just want to keep the heat on this. This is the fault of Secret Service. Police did their job. And I'm just tired of this, which I have a couple of things to go over. And I just want to go over to Jordan. And Jordan, thank you for being in the chat. It says, accountability is a foreign language of the Secret Service at this point. Jordan, I'm going to say at most levels of government, I feel like it is. I agree with you, and it's most levels of government. Everything is the police's fault. And even Secret Service blame the police, and it's not their fault. It makes me so mad. And it says, yep, looks like they did. Yep, exactly 100%. And stop being tyrants. Oh, of course. That's why people are going nuts on defunding the police. Jordan, you nailed it. I get it. I get that completely. I get it. It's just so frustrating to see what happens. And I'm just going to continue to cover this. And we're going to see what information comes out. Also, guys, a lot of you have been asking me this question. So I want you to know. Yesterday, which I'm going to talk about later tonight in tonight's broadcast. So make sure and stay tuned. Is it broadcast? I feel like such a boomer. And hi, boomers, because I have a lot of boomers watching me. Y'all know I love you. You know I love you. Technologically, I understand you guys when it comes to tech issues because I have a ton of them. But I covered the Paris Olympics, the opening ceremonies. I just will let you know what's going on. They took my video down. They did a copyright strike. I am fighting it. I have asked them politely. I reached out and I said, hey, look, there's been a misunderstanding. I'm happy to not have my video down. I will keep it down, but can you not strike my channel? And they have not responded. So I've had to escalate it. What's happening is they want to wipe any trace of that completely, have it gone. And the problem is, and I'm so frustrated because I thought my video was good because I wanted to give so many different angles of what was going on. So for instance, like that blue guy, right? I was like, well, that could be Vishnu, which in Hinduism, he's actually the protector of the universe. But my big thing with that video, and I wanted to explain, I wanted to break down, we have to separate morality from health. And I'm not saying they can't go hand in hand, right? But the issue should be, in my opinion, yeah, it sucks and it's mean and it offends people that they are mocking Christianity. I totally get that. However, we could call that artistic expression. And I'm not even saying I'm arguing for that. I'm playing devil's advocate. Let's look at both sides of the spectrum. My issue, and I think the issue we need to focus on is drag is an intimate art form. It's one where they get real campy and they joke and they talk a lot about physical intimacy. And if it's consenting adults, that's fine. Why do we have drag people mocking Christianity with a child involved? There was a child involved with that. Why are we introducing children to physically intimate things? And I think these are the points that get lost because is it healthy to introduce a child to that? Let's let go of all morality. Let go of what you think you're supposed to think and what you think you're supposed to look at in religion. Let go of what your preachers tell you because a lot of times they only give you very limited perspectives. Is it healthy to have a child around things that are intimate, around a setting where they are talking about and having intimate physicality? Is that healthy for a child who is not developed, and can that child consent? And the answer obviously is no. And that's why it's an issue. And there's more to it, guys. And I want to go into this. I'll go into this later in the other broadcast. But apparently they ended up having a lot of different satanic things going on in that opening. And what's interesting is they've apologized, but they are wiping it and they are going after channels like mine. And I am really tired of this. So I just want to let you guys know, if you were wondering where my video is, that's where, but we're going to talk about it tonight. I'm going to have a big long broadcast, and hopefully you guys like it. This is a new format I'm trying to figure out how to work smarter, not harder, and how to do this with my health as I'm trying to get better, and I do have really bad days. You guys will see it. Some days I'm super puffy. Half of my face will look red and swollen. So I'm just trying to figure things out and make this good. So, and let me know in the comments, does it sound good? Does this look good? Tell me if you like this format, and I can keep trying some stuff. And I want to look at the chat one more time before I go. So it says, that's why people are going nuts with defund the police. By the way, I've been watching your vids since the pandemic. Oh, Jordan, I'm so happy to have you. Some of you guys have been with me forever. So yeah, I so appreciate you. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Yeah, and I know most of you, that's how you met me here. And some of you are from my really old channel back in 2017. So thank you. I love having you guys. And I hope you like the new content. I'm still trying to be myself, which is and I'm getting this down, guys. I'm still an unbiased person. But at this point, I'm showing you the writing on the wall as I see it and the facts as I see it. And that's why I'm more pro-Trump. It's not even that I think Trump's the most amazing person. It's that I'm just showing y'all what's going on. And if Trump is more in the right, and if they are hurting him and doing things to him that are awful, and if I know from firsthand experience he's here at least helping us with the health tech, which we'll get into at some point, the med technology I want to talk more about, I'm going to throw my hat behind him. We should not, and I'm going to say this again, I know I've said this before, it is criminal that you get cancer and you're supposed to pass from that. That's not how, guys, we have the technology to fix it. At this point, would you pass from the common cold or flu? Would that end you? No. It's as easy as fixing that. We don't get access to it. And I'm going to keep screaming about it because you guys deserve to be healthy, and so do I. So, okay, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Please, and guys, if you're new here, please make sure if you like the content, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I would love to have you here, and you can hear when I upload. Let me know what you guys think, and leave me a like. That helps. And also, thank you so much for watching, Jordan. And I'll get this better as I get this down. This is my first kind of ish live like this, so we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys, until the next video, I'm giving y'all hugs, kisses, stay safe. I'll see you soon. And hold on, I'm gonna see if I can end this. Fingers crossed I actually do this right. Oh gosh, I'm not even sure. Okay, stop streaming. We'll see if this works. Tell me if it works. Did it stop? Ah!